Hey everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my gear videos. In this one, we'll cover all the clothing that I'll be taking with me on the AT. Okay, and on to clothing. Here's all the clothing for element protection, just down to my regular base layers I'll be wearing every day, and my hiking boots or shoes, camp shoes, and everything in between. So let's get started with that. So first things first, I am carrying some dedicated sleeping clothes that I could use as an extra base layer if things get very, very cold out there. These are Patagonia capline lightweight, both top and bottoms that I will primarily just use for sleeping and keep them dry. And here are my sleeping socks. These are just a pair of fleece socks that I really like that I have here at home already. My underwear I found online. This company, mypackage.com. They make great men's underwear. I've worn them while hiking, and they're incredibly comfortable. And you know, they really do a great job. So I've been very, very happy with them. They wick moisture very, very well, and like I said, they're extremely comfortable. So I'm bringing 2 pair so I can change into one and always have a dry pair to change into. That's something that's very important to me, so I'm definitely carrying the extra weight for that. Here are my socks. These are Smart Wool PhD socks. I went with these aren't full crew length. These are, I believe, half crew. But I really love these socks. I tried Darn Tough, I tried Farm to Feet, and even Injinji toe socks, and none of them were really that comfortable for me. I had different problems with each one of them. And I finally landed, after a suggestion of a friend of mine who does a lot of adventuring, Smart Wool. I tried these, and these are fantastic. I love these socks. So I have 2 pair, so just like with the underwear, I'll always have a dry pair to change into, and I can rotate them from day to day. And keeping in that same line, I do have 2 hiking shirts. I have a Smart Wool Merino 150 t-shirt and a dry fit Nike t-shirt. Again, I can rotate them, or I always have a dry one. A lot of hikers, for people who don't normally follow the hiking channels, will generally just carry 1 shirt, 1 pair of underwear, maybe even 1 pair of socks, sometimes 2. I'm carrying a little bit extra weight to have the luxury of changing just those items. Those are really the only items I've duplicated in my whole clothing kit. After watching some vlogs over the last several years, one of the things that hikers have said that they would absolutely carry the extra 2 or 3 ounces, sometimes 4, is to have an extra shirt or an extra pair of underwear, just because getting up in the morning and always putting on that like cold, wet shirt because things don't always dry out was, you know, terrible. So I'm kind of listening to that experience, and it just makes sense to me. So I am starting with 2 shirts, 2 pairs of socks, and 2 underwear, and we'll see if it stays that way, but that's what I'm starting with. Here are my pants. These are convertible pants. These are the Columbia Silver Ridge convertible pant. So these are going to be the pants I wear all the time, both long pant and shorts. I love these pants. They're very, very comfortable. I have no problems with them, and I've worn them on the test hike and some other stuff, and I really do very much like them. So I got those. We'll come over here. This is my Patagonia Capline quarter zip thermal weight hoodie. This is kind of my fleece I'm bringing for when it gets really cold. I really have come to like this thing a lot. I've tested it in various conditions. It doesn't do great with wind, but it's not really designed to do that. It's designed to be breathable, so you could wear it for extra warmth while you're actually hiking, and wicks moisture very, very well, and breathes enough that you don't get too wet anyway. And you can always layer it with other things if you need a little bit of extra warmth, but it's surprisingly warm for how thin it is. So I'm really liking that. And this is my kind of hiking base layer long sleeve shirt if I need it. This also has versatility in that I can turn into a short sleeve shirt. So this may actually replace one of my short sleeve shirts here once I get going, because I can use this as both a long sleeve and a short sleeve shirt because the sleeves can roll up. This is a really lightweight. It's very breathable. I'm really liking this shirt so far, so that's why I have that. This is also for bug protection. If it gets really buggy, I can put on long sleeves and still walk and have something nice and breathable to wear. So that's that. Here's some more element protection. Obviously, I have a fleece hat to also sleep in. I have my rain pants here from Z-Packs. I haven't really tested them out, to be honest with you, but I'm very happy with how small and lightweight they are. And rather than going with one of the rages these days is a hiking kilt, actually, but I can't see how that would really work. Not for me, at least not yet. So I'm going with the rain pants. This is my wind shirt. This is the Patagonia Houdini wind shirt that I can layer with my fleece over there, and I've done that a few times. And when I put the fleece on and then put the wind shirt over it, I mean, it's almost like I'm wearing a very lightweight jacket because this protects from all the wind, and that gives me a lot of warmth, and that's fantastic, the two of those combined. Or I can wear them separately in different conditions. Sometimes all I need is this to get just a little extra warmth and cut the wind, so I'm very happy about that. This is my head net for bugs from, I think, Sea to Summit, I believe. For my main rain protection, I went with the Paca. It's a little hard to explain, and when I'm out on the trail, you'll see it, but it is a poncho that you can put on over your pack and also use it as a pack cover, and it's called the Paca. That is the product that the guy makes. It's just a cottage guy, just a guy in California makes these out of his garage. But I'm very intrigued with how this works. I have tried it on and worn it with the pack, and haven't tested it with rain yet. But I'm very excited to see how this works. So that'll be interesting for you to see when I'm out on the trail. I have these waterproof glove liners. I got this idea actually from Andrew Skirka. Check out his website. I got a lot of ideas from him. He is a adventurer extraordinaire, and actually was the adventurer of the year from National Geographic several years ago. And he's done a lot of long distance hikes, longer than the AT, like from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean type long hikes. And these are something that he kind of recommended and tested out, and I'm willing to give them a try. They're very, very lightweight. These are actually what I had to order these from a marine company in Seattle. They're what a lot of fishermen use. They're supposedly waterproof and breathable, and we'll see how they go. But if they're good enough for those fishermen up there, I'm willing to give them a try to keep my hands dry. These are some wool defeat glove liners to help keep my hands warm. I'm not sure if I'm going to take these with me. These are sun gloves. I do like them. I like some hand protection, but I'm not sure. They're kind of hard to get off at periods of time, so I'm not sure I'm going to bring those, but I have them laid out here. This is my down jacket, which I'll be carrying with me the whole hike just because it really helps retain warmth when you're in camp. I won't ever be hiking in this. This is just something to put on warm when you're in camp to retain that body heat to save some calories. And this is incredibly light and very warm. Love that. Here are some miscellaneous items. This is my buff. I can use this for a variety of reasons, for extra warmth or just to keep the sun off my head or off my neck. A lot of very versatile little lightweight piece of gear like that. These are some calf sleeves, some compression sleeves. I may or may not hike in these. These could actually add some extra warmth if I needed it, but this is really to help keep my calves healthy and for some recovery at night. So that's what that's for. And these are my gaiters that'll work with my shoes. These are Simplicity gaiters. I managed to actually get a pair from him on his website, and great guy. And I've worn them in some test hikes. You can see they're all dirty, but they work great. They stay over the whole shoe, including the back, without using Velcro or anything. So I'm very happy with how these have worked out so far. These are my shoes, my hiking shoes. I went with the Oboz Sawtooth shoes. They're a little bit more robust than the trail runners that are all the rage these days, but I wanted something that was a little bit more robust than basically tennis shoes that people bring out there. I may end up with them. Pretty much every thru hiker at some point ends up in the trail runners just because they're so light. But I wanted something that was still not a boot, still a hiking shoe. These are not waterproof. These are not Gore-Tex, but they do give me a little extra support. I've worn them a lot. and they're extremely comfortable for me, and I've really liked them so far. And then I am bringing some camp shoes. These are Zero sandals. I believe the Z Trek is what they're called. Z Trek or Z Trail, maybe Z Trail. But they're, as you can see, they're incredibly thin, very lightweight. And on my most recent shakedown hike, I forgot to bring these actually. And when I got to camp, I immediately regretted not having something to take off my shoes and wear something else around camp. So I know a lot of people don't bring these nowadays to save the weight, but this is something I'm definitely bringing, and it's worth it to me. So there you go. Those are my clothes.